Alright guys, welcome back to the Imaxit football channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share and also subscribe. Today we're going to be covering the Reggae Boyz Abroad series, in which we covered 5 players and give you our take on it, how they're playing at this point, if they need to improve and what they need to use to improve or what they need to use to keep themselves afloat. Alright, so anyways, we have on the books today, we have Shamar Nicholson, Magee, Bailey, Bobby Reid, and Mikel Antonio. So we are going to slide cross over to the statistics sheet so we can give you the takes on all of these players. So we will be starting with Shamar Nicholson because from the other day people keep saying that Shamar Nicholson might not get in any game, and we heard that he might be even getting some transfers to other places. We have not gotten any concrete proof on that, so we won't report on it. We will wait until it's completed, then we will let you know that he has completed a move. But for now, he's still at Spartak Moscow, and Spartak Moscow doing well in the league, to be honest. So maybe that's why he's finding time tougher to get, because they might have a strategical plan where in which they use much more of a vocal strength striker and has fleet-footed wingers to play around that striker. Hence why it's going to be a little bit tougher for Shamar Nicholson to get the direct spot from that personnel, because I did went and watch that personnel separate, and that's the difference I saw. Shamar Nicholson is a bigger player, a big player as well, but he's much more mobile than what we gave him credit for. But the next one is less mobile based on my assessment, and they still picked him there. So maybe the next player might just be better. I don't know, because I can't use limited games to decide that. But the next player can do his job. That's all I'm going to say. But anyways, as you can see here, Shamar Nicholson, they gave him a 6.9. He came in the 78 minutes, so he never had much time to fill the stat sheet. He had only 12 minutes, 1 shot on target in that time, which is impressive. 8 touches. His touches turned out to be 3 out of 5 passing accuracy, 60%. That is good. Key pass in that time 1, so that is good. Ground duels, he attempted only 1. He lost that one. And aerial duels, he won both of those aerial duels. Possession lost 3 times out of that amount, which is not the best, but it's still okay because he's a combative striker at the same time. 1 fouls committed and was fouled no time. So he just got a cameo role based off my assessment. I think it's a more like getting back to speed, getting back where the coach wanted you to be. So if you're going to stay at the club, you still have that potential to go and be the type of player that the coach really wants. That's how it goes with players. You have to have adaptability on your side. If a new coach come in, a different style come in, you have to just adjust to that. Maybe sometime the adjustments will take a little bit longer, so hence why some people will stay on the bench a little bit more and get less game time, and you have to prove yourself in that game time. So we are going to be saying that a lot in this conversation. We are going to be saying that a lot in this conversation. Now we have Magee up on the books. Magee has been getting a few minutes here and there. Well, tell you what, he has gotten even more minutes this time around. So we're going to pull up the great Magee, and you're going to see when they injected him in this game. As you can see, Kas Eupen lost 3-1 yet again. They were down 1-0 after 5 minutes, after 36 minutes 2-0, after 39 minutes 3-0. So this is what I was telling people, because look, Magee yet again was injected in the 46th minute, so he got way more minutes this time again. But look, this is what I don't like. I want him to come in when it's much more important, even though it's a 46 minute, it's 3-0 down, So maybe they're already throwing the towel. Let me know, or you think that they're just blooding him in the game. Me watching the game, I want to think that they already believe that they lost the game. based on how the game was actually going. We're going to just pull off the half time and full time just to show you at half time. But anyways, let me just concentrate on what Magee did. Give him his credit. He got way more time. He got 45 minutes. That's more than 2 seasons before. All right. In that 45 minutes, he had a good score, 7.2, which he got 26 touches in this game. Showcase that it's a very tough game because Magee is one of those touch players. So he has to have more touches in that 45 minutes, and he only mustered 26 touches. Out of that, 15 passes, 13 of the passes was actually accurate, 87%. And that one key pass, crosses 1 of 1, long balls 2 of 2 there, so that is good, and 1 big chance created and 1 shot on target there. All right, with 1 shot block and 2 grown duels attempted, 1 out of it, and he lost the aerial battle, and he lost the ball 5 times with 1 clearance and 1 tackle. So he did something. Hopefully they can use this as a barrier to say that yes, this guy is trying, so let we give him more opportunities. All right, let we give him more opportunities in the game. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to go over to the statistics side to show you what happened in the first half from RFC Seorin. All right, yes. So in the first half alone, RFC Seorin, they were on 11 shots, 6 on target with 38% possession. So Kas Eupen did keep the ball better than them, but they are getting all the clear openings. As you can see, they created 2 big chances and they never missed any one of their big chances. Hence why they're already 3-0 up. So maybe Kas Eupen just believe that it has passed them right now. 3 goals up. It's going to be very hard for you to come back. You might can get a goal, but you might not win it. So let me see how I can figure out some other personnels to galvanize this team going forward. So maybe he saw Magee as one of those individuals that can actually galvanize their season going forward. I don't know. I'm just giving you from what I am assessing at this point. Remember, we are watching all of them guys. All right. So Magee, he puts in a good shift this time around, and that's very much nice. So we are going to move up to the big players them for Jamaica at this point. Leon Bailey situation is a very, very tough one because Leon Bailey had an assist in a loss yet again. But what I'm going to close off these just to show you. In this loss, what I've said to you, it's the biggest thing on the news. I can't believe I just literally look at that and it becomes a big, big problem in the way they do play. All right, we're going to bring up the entire statistic sheet so we can show you here. So Leon Bailey, they played more expansive today because what I've learned about Aston Villa, they try to go narrow against bigger teams, but teams that they don't perceive as much bigger teams are closer to them. They try to go a little bit more expansive. This started off Leon Bailey trying to work with Buendia closer in, and then they spread out after maybe 15 minutes. So it was something like that. And then in that short time, Leon Bailey, they created an assist there for Ollie Watkins, as you can see. But once they start to tire, their midfield start to capsize, and Leon Bailey and Bondi, I don't think they do so much defensive covered so to help back the shape. Or they help but the team maybe drop it into a 4-5-1. They don't help so much, so they start having a lot of ear gaps and then they start to struggle. And as you can see here, Zaha was a terrorizer of this game. He did put in some good display and definitely the best player in the park. He has 2 goals here and could have even had more opportunities straight through. But what we have seen now, Aston Villa seems to struggle playing expansive football, and I truly believe that Leon Bailey comes with the package of being an expansive, explosive player. He had an assist in an early part of the game, but once the game start to go out and getting much more broader, I think he starts to struggle. You get me? He starts to have to try and go back to his individualistic ways. You get me? But I truly believe it's just a setup of Aston Villa posing that problem. So I have to come back yet again to ask if Liam Bailey truly fit this Aston Villa system. What I'm seeing, he's struggling in the system. And I want to say it is the system. If they can get back like a Ismail Sarr and they feel confident inside midfield, like a next sturdy defensive midfielder, or at work hours in the midfield, I think they might can play a little more expansive. But for me now, the best formation for Aston Villa would be the 4-3-1-2 system with 2 point forwards. I truly believe that they're not working with the 3 up front. It's just not working because once the midfield gets exposed, it gets exposed and they can't hold it. And that's why I thought that they lost this game. Liam Bailey, he did 66 minutes, and as I can see, predominantly on the wing, did cut in a few times because he started off more narrow, so that's why you see this up here, but he still predominantly stay out wide, as you can see here. All right, in 66 minutes, he had 1 assist, 1 shot off target, 2 dribbles attempted. One of those dribbles were successful. This is what I'm talking about. It would work 1 time. 30 touches. All right. In that 30 touches, he attempted 15 passes. 9 of that was actually accurate, which is 60%. Key passes 2. He tried 3 crosses. He was not successful on those crosses. 1 long ball, not successful. Big chances created 1. Ground duels entered 7. Only successful once. Aerial duels entered 3 successful ones. That is okay because he's not the biggest person. Last possession 15 times in that so little amount of touches. So that's not good yet again, because that's like 50% of your touches. You actually lost it because he had 30 touches and he lost position 15 times. So that need to improve. All right. Fouls committed 2. Was foul no time, and you need to be on the was foul side because you're a winger. Clearance 1. Dribble pass 1. Based on the assists, I could see why people give him the 7, but based off the overall performance, I think I would give him less than that. I wouldn't give him a 7, but he was still one of the best players for the team, in my opinion. So I would still say kudos to him. Keep on working hard and keep on trying to fit in as playing as a striker, because I do believe that Aston Villa will adapt back to a striking ways. Let me know if you see the same as me or you saw it different, and let me know Liam Bailey's rating for you. We're going to move over to Bobby Reid now. Bobby Reid, which I always told you that he's one of the most, I think he's very bright. I think he's a very bright player based on footballing knowledge. I think he's one of the most industrial player that you can put into play everywhere. He has played for Fulham in those 3 games. He had played left wing, attacking midfielder, striker, right midfielder. Right now, if you put him at right back, he will do a shift for the Fulham team. So yet again, Fulham out here proving all of us wrong. 3 games played at this point, and Fulham stuck it out on 5 points, getting a 3-2 win over Brentford after Brentford coming off the eye of defeating United 4-0. So this is a very good game for them. And as you can see here, Bobby Reid, they downgraded. No, where is Bobby Reid here? The Bobby Reid here got a 6.6. I thought he did much more better than that. So the Liverpool performance was a 6.9, one of the best performer on the field. For Wolves, 6.9 yet again, one of the best performer on the field. And here, even though it says 6.6, I think I would give Bobby Reid way higher than that. Bobby Reid did a job for his team, and that's what I don't like when people rating Bobby Reid. When Bobby Reid, I've remembered once when Bobby Reid actually played Canada at Jamaica, when he played on the same side with O'Neil Fisher. What they did, they gave him a significant role to try and stop Alphonso Davies, and no one saw that he was doing a defensive cover. Then everyone blame him wrongfully. Bobby Reid is way more intelligent than most people give him credit for. I think he might be the brightest Jamaica player in our selection pool, period. based on the amount of position that he does play. So I think we need to start assess football a little bit different rather than trying to blame this guy. He missed some open goals, but he had scored goals and he had created assists. But people keep on trying to lament on one side just to bring him down or just to have this English versus Jamaican bias. But Bobby Reid have started the Premier League very good. Is it just our coaches can't coach or get the best out of the players, or is it the balance between the local level players and the overseas level players are just too vast and it can't work? Let me know in the comment section. So Bobby Reid, so far in this final game, 90 minutes played, 34 touches, his passing accuracy 58%, which is 11 out of 19, not the best, 58%. 2 key passes in that time, attempted 1 cross that was not successful, 1 long ball was not successful, 1 shot on goal, and it turned out to be a goal in that one. Ground duels, 1 out of 7 aerial duels, he tried 2 and he never got any one of them. So the ground duels and the aerial duels was not the best, and he lost possession 19 times out of 34. So that's why I can see statistics very low there, but his defensive cover was good. Fouls 2 on the night, and then he put in 1 tackle and 1 time dribble pass. So that means he has done a good job to keep his team in the game, and winning 3-2 with a goal there, it's definitely helpful for him. So Bobby Reid have gotten off as one of the better industrial players for his team. I thought he's pivotal towards them getting all 5 points. So we picked Fulham of getting 20 points. Well, Bobby Reid made them get almost all 5 points there. He's important towards all 5 points. So if he can play in the Premier League and 90% of our players them can't make the Premier League, this is something that we're not giving him some good respect. That's all I'm going to say there. Maybe I am wrong, but let me know in the comment section. And then we have Mr. Mikel Antonio. They brought in Scamacca for West Ham, and at this point they're acting like Mikel Antonio might be leaving. That's what people keep on saying. But Mikel Antonio keep doing his thing, getting himself back to his best. As you can see, 32-year-old at this point, and he plays a load of positions just the same. Maybe obviously lately he's much more limited towards playing more central roles. But he started the season okay. Against Manchester City, he was the only one trying something, breaking the line, causing Diaz and Ake all sorts of problems. Then against Nottingham Forest, he had a 7, solid just the same, but they couldn't muster a win there. And then he played against Viborg FF here, and he has a 7.4. So even though Newcastle trying to get him over there, and that showcased the testament of the player. If Newcastle are trying to go in the best places in the world and they can still want a Mikel Antonio, that in itself tells you the quality of Mikel Antonio. You understand me? Yes, and he's still scoring. As you can see here, Mikel Antonio, they won 3-1 over Viborg there, and Mikel Antonio, he was instrumental towards one of the goal. He came in the 67th minute and he scored in the 78th minute. So showcase that he's very, very much needed in the team just the same, and what he adds to the team is very, very much important, because he's the one that makes the playing style here for West Ham. So it's very hard for him to just leave it. Scamacca is a big frame, but I don't think Scamacca has the strength like Mikel Antonio and plays like Mikel Antonio. He's good, just as good, don't get me wrong, but his playing style is different from Mikel Antonio. And I'm not sure if Bowen and those guys are going to run off him so easily. It's going to may take a little bit of extra time, and that might harm them over time. You need a Mikel Antonio in the mix to keep on posing that problem. At least he has help now, so he can actually strategize a little bit more and give more when he's on the pitch, because Scamacca is there. So Mikel Antonio linked rumors that he's going to try. They're trying to court him for Newcastle. Showcase the guy still has a value at this point. So Mikel Antonio, that 7.4 can't cost the guy 7 and a 6.6. Obviously, West Ham has not started off good, 2 losses and 1 win. And he's still integral towards that win. So it tells you that the guy is still out here doing his business. All right, so those are the 5 players. Magee, Shamar Nicholson, Mikel Antonio, Bobby Reid, and Leon Bailey. So smash that like button, guys. Make sure to share as far as possible and get us to 1,000 on this one. As you see, just click back the subscription. That's it. All right. Yes, we are going to be doing live streams on this channel for maybe the next week or so until YouTube can sort out everything. So make sure to join us later on the finals. Puerto Rico taking on Haiti in the youth under 14. Then we are going to move on to the Nigeria World Cup, because the Women's World Cup under 20 keeping at this point, and it's at the quarterfinal stage. We are breaking down everything football. So if you love football and you love analytical talks, this is the place you need to find when it comes on to Concacaf, the best you can ever find. So make sure to subscribe, share, and hit that like button. Peace out. See you in the next one.